Hello everyone and welcome back to another ClassIn video. Today we're going to talk about how to make some EDB activities. We've had a few of these videos before working with EDB files, and today we're going to look at 5 different activities that are very simple and easy to make. And these are all made for ESL because before I was an ESL teacher. But I think you will find they can be easily adapted to different subjects. So let's go ahead and start looking at this first one here. This is just a simple sorting race. And what you want to do in this activity is you can divide your class into 2 teams. You can even drag their camera feeds down if you want to and resize them. Maybe have a couple people here, 2 or 3 people here. Team 1, 2 or 3 here. And they just have to move these words to sort. So dance is what? It's a verb. So we'll put it in the verbs. Cold is an adjective. Okay, and to make it a little more exciting, you can use this in conjunction with the timer and say maybe, okay, guys, you only have 1 minute to do it, or less. You only have 30 seconds to sort these as fast as you can. So this is very simple to make. All you need to do is get some text and save that in a different place. Copy it into EDB, get some boxes, and then you can just type these words out using the text feature here. So very simple, quick, fun activity, and it's very interactive. Let's go on to our second activity. This is for if you want to have some multiple choice practice. As you see here, I'm using context clues to figure out the meaning of these difficult words. So the way you want to do this, the only thing you need to think about is to leave some space on the side here, because when you open the answering device feature here, the selector, so let's say number 1, what is the correct answer? C, so I'll hit C here. So when you hand this out, you'll notice it takes up a lot of area. So when you design this kind of multiple choice practice activity, just make sure you have some area on the right or left to accommodate your selector and your answering device thing here. So you could hand that out, let the students answer it, stop answering, see what they picked, and you can see here which student got the right answer right and which student got it wrong. So you can get some feedback on you can give some feedback and understand which students are struggling with whatever you're teaching. So also another very simple activity that gets everyone doing something at the same time. This next one is a simple review game. And basically all I did here was I made boxes and I put them on a top layer and I covered up a point value underneath. So let's say you have a question on each little box or maybe a vocabulary word. The students will be divided into teams again. So team 1 and team 2. Um, and they have to answer the question or make a sentence with the vocabulary or tell me if this word is a noun or a verb, whatever you want to do on the box. And then once they do that, they can move it or delete it and see, oh, I got 100 points. What? So 100 points for team 1. To add a little excitement, I also put bombs in here so you lose 100 points. Let's see if we can find a bomb. Oh, next one. Find a bomb. Boom. Oh no, my 100 points are gone. So this is a very simple and fun game activity, and all it requires you to do is just make a bunch of these little boxes with questions on them and copy them into ClassIn and then hide something underneath them. So that's the third activity. Let's go on to the fourth activity. So this is for when you want some individual practice. Usually when you want to let people do stuff on their own, you want to use these private blackboards. So if you'll remember, that's down here, and it's this one. Looks like a little blackboard. And we're going to do drawing board because we're not coding. So let's click on drawing board. Oh, it's about the right size. I can resize this to fit as much space as I want. Now, what I want to point out here that you might not know is you can use this scissors before I hand out to take a screenshot of something. For me, I'm going to screenshot this little chart. Boop, and then it will show up here. Okay? And I can actually resize this, make it a little bigger or smaller. Or I could even make it much bigger and resize the whole small blackboard to give the kids even more room to write. And then when I hit handout, each student will have their own blackboard. And you can actually go on this tab, you can find your student. There's no students in the class now, so you don't see any names now. But when you click on them, on their tab, you can interact with them only on their board. So maybe if they spell something wrong, you can be like, oh, what about this word? Are you sure that's how you spell it? or remember to add S when he, she, or it. So you can kind of monitor your kids as they work and give them some feedback specifically to them. So that's a way to do individual practice. Let's close that. We will not save it. All right, we have one more activity that you can do with EDB files. These are all very simple activities. We'll have more videos with different ideas later, but this is just some things to get you thinking. This one I really enjoy. It's also using layers in a creative way. So if you remember when you make EDB files, you can put something on top, something on bottom, right? That's the layers. So maybe we want to learn about a fox, this crafty fox. So you can use this magnifying glass. I've hidden some things, some facts about the fox that very difficult to see. But when I reveal it, foxes are good parents. So now the kids can say, I know something about foxes. They are good mommies and good daddies. All right, or maybe is there any more here? Whoa, foxes are solitary. They like to live alone. What's this? Fox babies are called kits. Okay, so you can hide different facts about that one's hard to read. They can make 40 different sounds if you're curious what the fox says. All right, so this way the kids can kind of feel like they're discovering something. And the way to do it is to put this big image in the background. All right, send that in the back layer. And then match the text using the eyedropper. I usually do this in PowerPoint, but yeah, you could do it in Photoshop or something else. But whatever text you use, match it to the same color as the background image. So like here I have like some off-white, some beige text. And so when you put that text over, it's hidden, right? You can't see it very well, even though it's actually on top. And then you put the hourglass in the middle. All right, so as long as the text is on top, the hourglass will come between the text and the background picture, and you can read the hidden sentences. So here's another little activity, an idea that you can do with EDB files. So that's all for this video today. We had 5 different simple activities you can make using EDB files. If you have any questions, as always, leave them in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you online.